Hello.
Hello, Lisa.
I have 2 hours left of the fun video recording crazy day.
Well, I was in Central Time with an unidentified city at an unidentified university campus doing a residency. And because it wasn't the weather there was much better than I expected for the Midwest. And we had some rain, but it was never torrential. We didn't have any tornadoes. The violent thunderstorm happened as we were flying in, which was quite an adventure.
Uh-huh.
As we started our descent into this city, we had already probably dropped a couple thousand feet, and all of a sudden the seatbelt sign came on, and the captain said, "Please get in your seats immediately." You know, like it was instant
Wow.
response, and within a minute, people were flying up to the ceiling. We hit some massive air pockets. In addition,
People were flying up to... Was everybody buckled down, or did some people actually not get buckled?
I was in first class, so
Yikes.
I don't know what was happening behind me. I just heard a lot of screaming.
Ooh.
And judging by the reaction, that I had in my seat, if I weren't buckled down, I would have been on the ceiling. When it was massive
Boom.
air pockets.
Yeah.
In addition, we had some movement back and forth with the wings.
Yeah.
But mostly it was air pockets, and then we'd be fine, and another air pocket, and we'd be fine, and another air pocket.
Oh.
So people were...
Between sick and
yeah.
terrified.
Yeah, and the woman behind me, with her partner, male partner, was screaming, and she was clutching him, and he said, "You're hurting my hand." And I turned around to her, and I said, "Think of something you love to breathe." And which is my standard way of doing anything. And there's no way that she could even hear me.
Yeah. She was totally gone.
She was full panic. Which was, I thought, a very interesting phenomenon, because it seemed to me that she was not truly in a panic, but maybe overplaying it so she could be so protected by her wonderful husband.
Not choosing that necessarily, but
overplaying it a little bit.
certainly falling into the cycle.
Right, just saying, okay, it's okay for me to just go completely limp here.
Well, and then that is something where...
And I find that I find that interesting, because I think a lot of us do that. We get into a situation, for example, when I'm with you and I'm feeling absolutely awful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I don't just say, "Oh, well, I don't have to do anything anymore."
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I'm feeling with this airport. I call it my airport kennel cough.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because the air is so dry in airplanes, and if anybody has a cold...
So, do you have enough...
wearing a mask?
Yeah, do you have enough energy to get a bath?
Yeah, I'm going to draw a bath and get some steam into my head. I've been wearing the mask. It's very interesting to wear a mask, a protective mask, as you saw earlier, because it not only it helps you breathe moist air, which really helps everything, but the looks that you get from people are very, very interesting. Because it's generally, I'm going to keep away from her. Not just because I'm afraid she might have something I'm going to catch, but I'm not giving her something.
Right.
So it's this protection thing that's even worse than just being in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
It was really, really intriguing. But most interesting was when I tried to talk to people, because most people read lips.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't really muffled.
But the amount of sound in the background?
They couldn't read my lips.
Oh.
They couldn't read my lips because I had the mask over.
Right, right.
Therefore, they couldn't hear me. And they'd ask me to repeat.
Wow.
And then I'd say it in exactly the same level of voice, and they'd be able to hear me. Because
Interesting.
they're paying what happens
closer
then,
attention.
Well, it's a different type of attention. It's like listening with your ears instead of listening with your ears and eyes.
Right. Interesting.
So, another psychological study.
So can I ask you the 4 questions?
Ask me the 4 questions.
Okay. What do you love most? Let me try that again. What do you love most?
What's the difference between the first and the second time of asking
Well, this
it?
time you're not drinking your cup.
Oh.
What do you love most?
I think knowing that I have helped someone blossom, whatever the situation, even for a moment, to me I think that's what I love most. And then but non-people things I also love. So to say most, that's the people related. But when I have a moment out all by myself, and I can be totally involved with the clouds, or totally involved with a waterfall, or totally involved with anything natural without any human intervention, that gives me complete nourishment. That's phenomenal.
Okay.
So those are two types of nourishment
Okay.
that I love.
And before I continue, I'm going to move the cat food back